So I'm here with my buddy, Dr. Saigal, who is an ear, nose, and throat specialist and also deals with facial aesthetics.
Right, so I'm a board-certified facial plastic surgeon. My background is in ENT and head and neck surgery, but I specialize in functional nasal breathing surgery and aesthetic surgery of the face and neck.
So you meant functional nasal breathing surgery. Is that to kind of help me get better with my yoga and my exercises, or what
Well, I know you do a lot of deep breathing when you're working out, but a big part of nasal surgery, for example, if someone breaks their nose or has a deviated nose or has problems breathing, is doing a surgery that improves the function of their nose, but also the aesthetics of their nose. For example, fixing a deviated nose or shaving a bump off someone's nose. So we like to say that we can offer both functional and aesthetic surgery here.
So what's the difference between that and something someone may get for something like sleep apnea? Because I know there's surgeries for that as well.
Nasal breathing is an important component of sleep apnea, but some people have sleep apnea for a variety of multifactorial reasons, like their tongue or their neck or their jaw. We don't specialize a lot of lower airway surgery, but we do surgery for the nose, particularly in people like athletes who have difficulty breathing through their nose when they're exercising. Have you ever heard of breathe right strips?
No, what is that?
These are, maybe if you watch an NFL game, you'll see football players wearing stickers on their nose, and they're basically opening the valve of their nose so they can breathe better. And there's actually some techniques that we do here to improve the airflow through the nose. Think of it as a permanent breathe right strip surgery.
Mm-hmm. So if someone were to come see you, what would the evaluation be? Because a lot of guys are afraid to come see the doctor.
Yeah,
so if they have this
we're very
problem,
intimidating
they're going to be
here.
afraid.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about how it should not be intimidating for them?
No, it's an absolutely painless, relaxed atmosphere we try to keep here. So if someone had a difficulty breathing through their nose, or if they had a sports injury, for example, in their nose, we'd have them come in, we would get to know them, we'd examine them, and we would probably take a picture of the inside of their nose and examine them. Sometimes we even take pictures and show them what's going on. And then even if they move forward with doing something about it, most of those surgeries are basically painless as well.
So one of the complaints guys have often is they go online, they put in their problem, and then they find a whole list of doctors that they can go to. There's a lot of doctors that may say they do something like this. Why is it important to go to someone that actually specializes in this and does this on a day-to-day basis?
That's a good question. I think that there's a lot of doctors doing a lot of different things, and I do believe that this is a part of the anatomy that has many different functions. So the anatomy of the face and neck has a lot of important blood vessels and nerves, and particularly the structure of the nose itself it's not made of just skin, it's cartilage, bone. We have to be able to smell through our nose, breathe through our nose, and it also plays a role in speaking in some cases. And so it's important to, I believe, trust your nose, your face to a specialist who understands the anatomy as well as has a good aesthetic eye.
And has a beautiful nose. Look at his nose right here.
It's not bad.
So can you fix mine, man? I think I have a little dent right here.
I don't think there's any hope.
So you also do some aesthetics.
I do.
When we hear about aesthetics and plastic surgery, we think mostly that women get it done. But
Right.
there's also a need out there in men who may want to adventure into this as well.
Yeah, I mean, the gamut of facial plastic surgery ranges from ear pinning or otoplasty to aging face surgery like a facelift or a chin liposuction. But by far and away the most common procedure for men, particularly men who are maybe our age or a little older than us, would start with facial fillers and Botox, or for this particular meeting we could call it Brotox, where you're basically trying to just relax the lines of the upper third of the face just to have a more rested, rejuvenated look.
So can we do it live on air?
I have no problem
right
with
now?
that. Yeah, sure,
you and
why
I
not?
Together?
Yeah.
I'll both inject you, you inject me.
I have no problem with that. Yeah.
So obviously a lot of this may have to do with confidence.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have a lot of self-esteem issues. Are there any tips you can give guys out there on how they can maybe feel a little bit more confident about themselves overall in general?
Sure. I mean, we do live in a selfie era, and I do think people spend a lot of time looking at themselves on camera or for social media. And I think even though maybe others don't notice as much, I think we are all very self-critical, so we notice a line here, or we call it an 11 or a crow's foot. And while those things should not affect confidence, if there's something that bothers you and something that you focus on when you look at your own pictures, or maybe others do, you can obviously do some very subtle treatments to improve it. It is important to go to somebody who's not going to over-inject you and make you have a frozen or an artificial look. That is meaningful.
Yeah, so confidence is key. Now, overall health, you're a pretty fit guy yourself. What are some things that guys can do overall to lead a much more healthier, active lifestyle before they can come in and see someone like us?
Well, I mean, certainly my background is not in just like physical fitness, but I will say that a big part of seeing doctors and overall wellness is just having a good balanced lifestyle. So it's not just focusing just about the gym, but also having some time to rest, maybe some meditation. I know you believe in yoga and doing a lot of those things, but I think a good balance is being healthy, taking time, sleeping well, and when there's a problem, seeking help.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Saigal. I appreciate your time today, man.
Sure. I'm Dr. KapilSaigal, and it's time to drive for men's health.